Welcome to ABC Interactive English. Hello, I'm Kiki.
And I'm Mike.
Oh, Mike, it's September.
It is. You're right. The summer is over. The fall is rapidly approaching.
Yep. What are you going to do?
What do you mean? For what? Am I in trouble? Did I forget something? Did we have a meeting and I forgot all about it?
We have a kind of long weekend holiday coming up.
Oh, that's right. In September, the Mid-Autumn Festival, also known as the Moon Festival, also known as the Barbecue Festival.
That's
I know it well.
You know it well.
I do, sure. I like moons and barbecues.
Did you forget that you're supposed to come over for the barbecue at my house?
Oh, yeah. I totally didn't forget about that.
Yeah. It's going to be on the day of the Mid-Autumn Festival.
I knew that. I have it written down somewhere.
You did?
Yeah.
Well, what date is it?
The barbecue day.
Which is?
The day after hamburger day. The day before
Please.
Chicken and ribs day.
Write it down.
Okay, I'm writing it down. I don't remember this. What day is it?
It's going to be September 17th.
17th.
6 p.m.
6 p.m.
at my house.
Okay, and is that a Monday?
I actually don't know.
Oh, okay.
We're going to have to check.
Okay, it's probably not a Monday.
No, it won't be. I know for sure.
It could though be. We don't know. Okay.
Well, but it's a long weekend anyway.
It's a long weekend. That's true. Yeah. That's true. So even if I miss it, I can come over the next day, help you clean up. And this is something I will definitely write down.
Okay, good.
Because I don't want to forget. And that's a very good tip for everyone out there. Don't rely on your memory to remember big, important days, dates, and appointments and barbecues. Write them down somewhere, or you'll be like me and miss out.
Yeah.
And I don't want to do that. So I will do that. Is there anything I can bring to your wonderful barbecue party?
Bring your wonderful self.
Well, that's not good enough. Should I bring some food or drinks or party fun or something? I don't know.
Everything.
Firecrackers?
Everything.
Everything. I will bring everything to your party. All right, we're going to be talking about big days and dates and big games coming up in Part B. So that'll be interesting. Who's playing and when? We'll find out soon. Bobby is inviting Sandy to a game.
Hi, Sandy. Do you have any plans for this Friday night?
Hey, Bobby. No, I don't have any plans then.
Great! There is a big basketball game at school. Do you want to go with me?
Yes, I do, but I need to get up really early on Saturday.
Okay, so yes, talking about days and dates, that's still our topic for this month. But in Part B, Day 2 here, we're going to be looking at a big game. Sometimes, yes, there's a big sports event on TV that you might invite a bunch of friends over or meet somewhere to enjoy as a group. And of course, you need to know when and where and what time and all that important stuff. So let's see what's going on. Bobby is inviting Sandy to a game. All right, so Bobby is a sports fan, I guess, of some kind. And hopefully his friend Sandy is, and he wants Sandy to join him in watching this sports game, this sports event. He is asking her, he's inviting her.
Right.
It's a nice thing to do.
That's right. So when you invite someone to do something, you are in a nice way asking them to join you. Okay, so you are politely asking them, and usually you kind of have a reason behind it. So for example, maybe Bobby knows that Sandy likes the same type of sport that he wants to watch, and he thinks that Sandy might enjoy it too. Sometimes an invitation could be also something more formal. So you could send an invite letter for a special event. For example, school graduations. Usually you will receive an invite. So that's also asking people formally to come to attend to do something. Okay, so we know that Bobby is inviting Sandy to a game of some sort.
Yeah, he's being very kind. He's kind of being the role of the host, right? If I'm asking you, I'm kind of wanting you to come, and I want to make sure that you have a good time as well, if I'm going to bring you to a party or to an event or whatever it is. Anyway, so Bobby says, "Hi, Sandy." So he approaches her at work or school, wherever they happen to be. He knows her clearly. He already knows her name. "Do you have any plans for this Friday night?" Okay, good kind of relaxed, casual, friendly way of inviting someone. It's not very formal and fancy. And he's kind of giving her the option of saying, "Yeah, I'm busy this Friday. I have other plans," or something. So he says, "Do you have any plans? Are you free?" And if she says, "No, I don't have plans," then he'll ask her probably what he would like her to come to, what he would like her to join him in doing. But first, he just wants to make sure she has some free time, she's available, and she might be interested. So, do you have any free time?
Right, and it doesn't give her too much pressure,
No pressure.
too, right?
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, so she replies, "Hey, Bobby, no, I don't have any plans then."
Okay.
So she is free. She hasn't made any plans or any meetings or arrangements. So she's letting Bobby know that she is available.
There you go. And he says, "Great," because he was hoping that she would say that she has free time. He was hoping that she would be interested in joining him. So it's clear she probably is. So this is good news for Bobby. And then he gets to the point. He gets to the event he wants her to join him at. There is a big basketball game at school. So he could have said, "There's a big birthday party. My parents are having dinner and they let me invite someone. There's some special thing downtown at a museum." I don't know, whatever it is. But no, in this case, there's a basketball game at school. And then he gets to the other good question. "Do you want to go with me? Do you want to join me? Do you want to come along?" That kind of thing. So he's thinking that she might be interested in A, spending some time with him, and B, watching this basketball game. What is basketball? It's a sport. It's a sport played by really, really tall people. And they throw a ball into a basket. It's not really a basket. It's more like a hoop with a net.
With a net.
It used to be a basket, but it is no longer a basket. But if you've ever heard of, I don't know, LeBron James or Steph Curry or Michael Jordan or going way back, Wilt Chamberlain, if you're a fan of the Lakers or the Celtics or the Bulls or the Mavs or the Suns or anyone else, then you know all about basketball and you probably know more about it than I do.
Well, it's clear
Yes.
to us that Bobby would really like Sandy to join him at this game.
Yeah, well, if he didn't, he wouldn't ask her.
Right.
Right.
So he must be, really hoping that
You want to come? You want to
she'll
come?
give him a good answer.
Right? In his mind, he's going, "Please say yes. Please say yes.
Especially
Please say yes."
because she says she's available.
Right.
So
is
she can't really lie now if she didn't.
It would be hard. It would be hard now. Yeah, it
So
would be very weird.
What does she say? Well, she says, "Yes, I do.
Yay!
But
Oh,
I need to get up really early on Saturday."
okay.
So the game's on Friday
Yeah.
night,
Yeah.
and she needs to get up on Saturday.
Oh, that's no problem. She's just making sure that the basketball game won't go really late, to midnight. I mean, basketball, it's not a party.
Well, what if
right?
it goes into overtime?
Well, even then, basketball games don't usually go that late.
What if they go out after?
Well, that's kind of what she's maybe saying. I don't have
Right.
time to stay out all night long and party till the sun comes up, but I can go and see a basketball game. That's kind of what she's saying. Well, let's take a break, and then we'll come back and find out if that's exactly what she's saying, or if Bobby and me have got this all wrong. We'll find out.
Well, the game starts at 7 and it lasts 2 hours.
That is good. When and where do you want to meet?
Do you want to meet outside the school at 6:30?
Okay.
Welcome back. Well, we know that Bobby has asked Sandy to a big, important basketball game
That's
at
right.
school.
Exactly.
And it's taking place on Friday, and Sandy doesn't have any plans.
She seems like she wants to go.
Yes,
Yeah.
and she says she wants to go,
Yeah.
but she needs to get up early on Saturday.
That's right. Just before she was like, okay, I will go to the basketball game with you on Friday evening, but I have to wake up early on Saturday. What she's saying here, without actually saying it, is that I can't stay out really late on Friday. I don't want to get home at, 1 in the morning and sleep only 5 hours. So she's just making sure that this whole Friday night basketball game plan won't go on too long. And, well, it won't. It's a basketball game. So as we get back to the dialogue, Bobby says, well, the game starts at 7 and it lasts 2 hours. Okay, yeah, 2 hours is pretty typical for a basketball game or a soccer game or many different sports. Around 2 hours is pretty normal. And if it starts at 7 and lasts around 2 hours, they should be finished around 9 p.m. or maybe 10 p.m. if they go to overtime, if the game is extra long. So I think she should be fine since the game starts at 7 p.m., which is not late.
And I think it's good that she's letting Bobby know that she can't get home too late. And I think Bobby's also being really nice and really showing that he's very sincere about wanting to invite her. So he's giving her all this extra information, like what time the game starts, how long it might last. So when something starts, it's when something begins. Usually there is always a start of something. Something always begins. So when he's talking about the start of the game, that is the exact time where the whistle will go off and they'll toss up the ball, and that's when the game will begin, which is at
7 p.m.
That's right.
That's right. And as he said, the game should last around 2 hours. When we use last here, we're not using it like an adjective, like don't eat the last cookie, I want it. No, we're using it as a verb, to last. And when something lasts, when we use this word as a verb, we're basically saying how much time it takes from beginning to end, or when the end will be. We're giving you a measurement of time, all right? So the movie lasts for 2 hours, you could say. If you put on this cream, if you go to the beach, it should last about 3 hours, but if you go swimming, you might need to have more, or something like that. Or the average person going to a high school. Your years in high school should last around 4 years, or senior high school lasts around 4 years. That's about how long it will be from start to finish, is a measurement of time. So the game lasts about 2 hours. It's about 2 hours long. And this sounds okay for Sandy.
Yeah, and this is good information for her too, because then she knows how to plan for the next day when she needs to get up early.
Right. And Bobby also knows that if he plans to do something after the game, Sandy probably won't be doing that with him, but she will be happy to actually just go to the game. That's no problem for her.
Right, and maybe that's even enough. Maybe that makes him feel good. Or they could do something before the game.
Possibly.
Well, she says, oh, that is good. Okay, so 2 hours is good. It starts at 7, ends at 9. That's not too late.
Good.
And then she asks, when and where do you want to meet?
Yes,
so
important.
She said that she's agreed to go to this game together, but of course, you might show up and not know where to go.
Absolutely. One person might have the tickets and the other person doesn't.
Right.
If it's at your school, it might be easier to meet. You know the area, it's not too big. If you're meeting someone for a big concert or for a big professional basketball or baseball game, where there's thousands of people going at the same time, you definitely want to know where to meet before, because it's no fun being lost and looking for your friends and maybe missing the beginning. So he says, do you want to meet outside the school at 6:30? He might even be more precise, outside the school under the tree by the entrance or, something like that. But as long as it's a place they both know and a time they can both do, a time they can both get to, then it should be fine wherever they decide and whenever they decide to meet. So outside the school, 6:30.
Yep, so she says, okay. So she knows where to meet, and basically she will meet him, Bobby, outside. So this is the opposite of inside. When something is outside, it is the external area or the outer area, the outside of school, and that's where her and Bobby will meet before the game.
There you go. If it's raining, they'll be meeting under an umbrella, but the idea is they don't go in the doors. They're still out of the doors. They're still not inside the gym or wherever the game will meet. They'll meet outside, so it's a date. It sounds like that's a good plan, and hopefully it's a great game and their team wins and they have a wonderful, wonderful evening. And Sandy gets all the sleep she needs before getting up early on Saturday. What's she doing on Saturday?
I don't know.
Oh, interesting. All right, guys, that's all the time we have. We'll see you tomorrow, though, for more. Until then, bye-bye. Bobby is inviting Sandy to a game.
Hi, Sandy. Do you have any plans for this Friday night?
Hey, Bobby. No, I don't have any plans then.
Great! There is a big basketball game at school. Do you want to go with me?
Yes, I do, but I need to get up really early on Saturday.
Well, the game starts at 7, and it lasts 2 hours.
That is good. When and where do you want to meet?
Do you want to meet outside the school at 6:30?
Okay.
Hi, I'm Tina. 我们来看这一个的重点单字。第一个 basketball 名词篮球。Tom enjoys playing basketball with his friends. Tom 喜欢和他的朋友们一起打篮球。下一个单字 start 动词开始。The movie starts in 5 minutes. 这部电影5分钟后开始。下一个单字 last 动词持续延续。The meeting lasted for 3 hours. 这场会议持续了3个小时。最后一个单字 outside 介系词在什么的外面。My bike is outside the bookstore. 我的单车在书店外面。接着我们来看重点文法。第一个 A invites B to A 邀请 B 参加某活动。Invite 是动词，意思是邀约。我们来看看这个例句。The manager invited me to the meeting. 经理邀请我参加会议。下一个文法 Somebody has plans for time. 某人某时有计划。Plan 是名词，指的是计划、安排。我们来看看这个例句。Do you have plans for the weekend? 你周末有什么安排吗？最后一个文法 get up 起床，这是一个不可以分开的动词片语。相对说法是 go to bed 上床睡觉。我们来看看这个例句 What time do you usually get up? 你通常早上几点起床？以上就是这一课的重点单字跟文法，我们下一课再见，拜拜。
Hey, it's Kiwi on the street. I'm Kiki. And I'm Winnie. What's happening over there? Oh my gosh.
Call the police. Call the police. Call the what? Why are you asking me for, what do you need me to do? Call 110. Call the police. The police. The police. The police. Police.
Okay,
the police.
Yeah, I should work on my pronunciation.
Yeah. So today we are going to work on pronunciation.
Let's work on today's pronunciations. Our first sentence.
I need to call the police.
I need to call the police.
I need to call the police.
Very good. Second one.
Please move the box for me. Please move the box for me.
Please move the box for me.
Very good. Yeah, that's great. So, what did we learn today? Here are today's pronunciations. Our first sentence is I need to call the police. We have our word police, 2 syllables. You'll notice there is an O, but we are going to change that to a UH sound. So instead of police, we will say police. And for the L-I-C-E, normally we would say lice, but pretend it is like the word lease, like you lease an apartment, L-E-A-S-E. So let's add that together, police. Then we have our second sentence, which is, please move the box for me. Let's focus on the word please. This time, we're going to make it into 1 syllable. So it's similar to police, but we're going to combine the 2 words together and say please. And instead of an S at the end, let's pretend it's a Z. So it's please move the box for me. That's all we have for today. Kiwi later.